What's happening, man? What's the word, man? Say, man. Y'all can see by the screen, we got Ksoo, ATK, Yungeen Ace. Say, man, the trial looking a little spooky. This part three. I'm making this to a little series. Making this to a little series. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make a little playlist on YouTube so you can go find it more easily. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. It's looking a little spooky. We ain't even get to the part where his father was snitching on him. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a little movie, like a little TV series we got going on the channel right now. So if you tapped in, you subscribe. I mean, like, comment, subscribe. I mean, enjoy the video. I mean, and what? Ready straight into it? Come on.
Three of Hakeem
And I ain't gonna pause
Robinson,
it. No, I ain't gonna pause it too much.
Ksoo's big intro got very interesting. And I'm not a lawyer, but let me give you the recap. So before the state's star witness, Dominique Barner, was called to the stand, prosecutors called a forensic
And Dominique Bonner, let me say this. Dominique Bonner, he was the getaway driver.
video examiner up first. And this expert did some really interesting work. Follow me. So the expert took video surveillance that captured the victim, Charles McCormick, running away, and then placed that screenshot on top of a screenshot of the suspect who was chasing after him. So this image is not a live image, it's the merging of the victim running and the suspect running. Once the expert had this merging of the images, it allowed him to get a side-by-side of the victim and the suspect, and because the medical examiner was able to provide Charles McCormick's height at the time of his death, this visual comparison allows the expert to see if the suspect was taller or shorter than Charles McCormick. So here's a clip of the expert talking about it, but for context, as you're looking at the screenshot, the person on the left, K1, is the victim, Charles McCormick, confirmed to be 5 feet, 10 inches, and then the person on the right, Q1, is the trigger man.
The K1 height of 5 foot 10 inches. You did not conduct that analysis yourself, did you?
No, I did not. That was a report I received from the medical examiner, yes.
Now, regardless of that, looking at these two individuals together, were you able to form any opinion as to how comparatively their heights, the shooter to the victim in this case, how they compare?
Yes, I was. It was my opinion, based on the side-by-side, is that the K1 shooter was at least as tall as the K1 individual.
And Q1 was the shooter?
Q1 is the shooter, yes.
So based on that side-by-side, the expert's first conclusion is that the trigger man is at least 5 feet, 10 inches. Next, the expert...
So shooter at least 5 feet, 10 inches. I'm gonna go with, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It's not Ksoo. So...
took more images from that surveillance video and used it to create a 3D model of the trigger man.
Hey, police got everything.
This is...
Say, for all you criminals and all that out here in 2025 going to 2026, say, police got everything. I ain't gonna lie. Police got everything.
As the individual moved away
Get out
from
the streets,
the camera
man.
in perspective.
Starting with number 30, what is this?
This is a result of the kinematic model analysis.
So once he had this model, the expert then laid the model on top of images of Hakeem Robinson, Dominique Barner, and Leroy Whitaker to see if any of them matched this model. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but if it was, let me show you the results. So this first image is the analysis for Dominique Barner. The top row is actual images of Dominique Barner in different poses, and then the bottom row is that 3D model on top of Dominique Barner's images. And if you look closely, you can see that there are some shadows between the model and the images, aka a mismatch, meaning Dominique Barner is too short. And in some images, you can even see that his arms are too short in comparison to the length of the arms of the model. Can y'all see that? Next up is the analysis for Leroy Whitaker. And again, you can still see some shadows and what appears to be
police got everything. Like, they got everything. Like, they got body size matchups, height, weight, distortion, all that. Like,
match between him and the model.
Y'all be safe out here, man.
The final analysis is for Hakeem Robinson. And well, you be the judge.
On the bottom, I have overlaid the kinematic model over the scan of the K2 individual in several articulated positions. Simply, we had them hold several poses so we could clearly see the joints of that individual, and then overlay the kinematic model into those same poses and positions at the joint locations.
And then he made his final conclusion.
K3, Leroy Whitaker, and K4, Dominique Barner
are excluded as possible candidates for the identity of the shooter Q1.
What about K2, Hakeem Robinson? Could he be excluded?
K2 could not be excluded as a possible candidate as the shooter Q1.
The expert did a similar analysis on the weapon that was used in the incident, and although the weapon has never been found, the expert concluded that the weapon in the video surveillance appears to be the same make, model, and have the same characteristics of a weapon that Hakeem Robinson has been seen with in multiple music videos.
Stupid.
It is my
you stupid, boy. You gonna use the same iron you was in music videos with, flashing, taking pictures with. And he don't even got no gloves on. He better have some gloves on.
Professional opinion based on my training experience and the results of the comparative analysis that the question weapon in the video of the event of interest, the shooting, and the question weapon in both of the music videos as compared to the known weapon produced a identification with a strong source of a strong strength of a common source, that the question weapon in all three videos was an X-Tar EXB 5.56 MK1 with a stainless steel barrel or a chrome barrel.
That was a lot of words, but I promise you what he basically said was that the weapons look the same. Now, after all of that, on cross-examination, Hakeem Robinson's attorney highlights that this expert got his master's
they gotta break it down
a year ago,
a certain way.
And this is his first time using this kind of analysis in any trial.
And then later on in time, you get a master's in forensic science.
That's correct.
And you received that master's last May.
That's correct.
So, what, a baker's dozen months ago, you became the recipient of the master's on which you now testify.
That's correct.
The topics that you've testified here about today, and I don't dispute that you've talked about comparative analysis, but with respect to kinematic models and trying to do an identification, this is your first time ever testifying about that specific topic, right?
That is correct.
You've never testified as an expert before the court about this topic.
No, I have not.
So basically what they talking about is he's a forensics expert. So forensics is dealing with weapons, trajectories, angles, on how things went. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he know about all that, how things went down, how certain things happen.
Moving on to addressing the expert's conclusions, Hakeem's attorney makes clear that the expert is not saying that the weapon used in the incident is for sure the same weapon in Hakeem's music videos. He's only saying that they could be the same.
So, just to be clear, the firearm that was used by the shooter, the government doesn't have that in evidence. It was never presented to you as the murder weapon.
No, it was not.
At best, your testimony, what you're telling these juries is, it could be the same.
That's correct. It could be, yes.
All right? But the maximum you can say is that in your training and experience, that by doing the comparison in between the music video and the exemplar that you got from the company, that it's consistent with being the same type firearm.
That is correct.
You are not saying that it is the same one.
I am not saying it is the same identical weapon.
The attorney then pokes
these lawyers are smart. These lawyers are smart. Oh, who is these lawyers, man? Who are these lawyers?
He highlights that the expert only compared the model to the 3 defendants that the state gave him. But there are a number of other people who had a motive to take McCormick's life that could also fit this model. The state just didn't provide them for this analysis.
You're not saying that Hakeem Robinson is a shooter.
I am making no assessments to that whatsoever.
For you to be able to rule out others that have motive, you would have had to have been presented by the government with their person so you could scan them, right?
To keep everything equal and fair, yes, they would have gone through the exact same protocol that we put all the other known individuals through and then run through the exact same analysis process.
Did they have you analyze Christopher Brown?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Torgon Williams?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Abdul Robinson Sr.?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Do you know the exhaustive list of people that would have a motive to go after Mr. McCormick?
No, I do not.
Okay, so at best what you can tell this jury is that the shooter was a human being with both legs. Could be white, could be black, could be other.
Race is unknown, that is correct.
Could be male, could be female.
Gender is unknown, that is correct.
Could be heavy, could be average.
Weight was not assessed in this examination, that is correct.
Could be 5'9", could be 6'3".
The height of the individuals in this exam were not evaluated in a forensic manner.
Okay, so next up was the state's star witness, Dominique Barner.
He's the getaway driver. Oh, snap.
Would you please state and spell your name?
Oh, he been in that joint for a minute. My boy got them locks, got them twist backs. I ain't gonna lie, he might be cooked. I ain't gonna lie, all of them might be cooked, but he might be cooked like for a fact, like for sure.
Dominique Barner,
What I'm saying?
DOMINIQUEBARNER.
How old are you today?
31.
When's your birthday?
October 31st, 93.
As in Halloween.
Approximately how tall are you?
5'7".
On your left forearm, for example, what do you have tattooed?
My birth year, 1993.
What is your nickname?
Butter.
And is that B-U-T-T-A?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first up, the prosecutor has Dominique go over his charges, his plea deals, and what he's hoping to get out of this testimony.
And while you were in custody for the murder of Charles McCormick, did you also get charged by the state with a second murder involving Damon Rothermel?
Yes, sir.
In August of 2020,
Dang, boy.
did you agree to cooperate and testify against your co-defendants in all of your cases?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
And then on
he's snitching. Big snitching.
September 10th of 2020, did you enter pleas of guilty to the court on those charges?
Yes, sir.
Who ultimately is going to decide what sentence you receive?
Judge Salvador.
Based on your pleas of guilty to those charges, what is the maximum sentence this court can sentence you to?
Life.
Without parole?
Not parole.
Lord.
At sentencing, what's the minimum sentence the court can sentence you to?
20 years.
And then he gets into it. He starts off with the diss song that Charles McCormick made. And to help you not be confused, Leroy Whitaker's nickname is Scotty. So if you hear Dominique Barner referencing Scotty, he's talking about the co-defendant in this trial, Leroy Whitaker.
Now,
it just got
prior to
good. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
2020,
It just got
were you
good.
familiar with someone named Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
In 2019, did Charles McCormick put out a diss track?
Yes, sir.
What did it reference?
Dead people. Willie, 2-3,
Dang.
Snoop.
Who's Willie?
Willie Addison, that's Kareem's brother.
So Kareem being Abdul Robinson Jr., Hakeem's brother.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Willie Addison was killed?
January 15th, 2019.
How did you become aware of
Dang,
Charles
snitching.
McCormick's diss song?
Through the internet, Instagram. I had a fake page
Why were you using a fake page?
to stalk people.
To stalk people, the prosecutor then plays the part of Charles
Dang.
McCormick's diss song that mentions
Just
Willie.
snitching like that.
Now, Mr. Barner, what does the lyric "smoking on Willie" mean?
You smoking on a dead person.
Wow.
Was Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, aware of that diss
This
song?
is fake
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
Did you attempt to reach out to Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir. Through my fake page. Basically to tell him like what he was doing wasn't cool.
Towards the end of 2019, were you able to find out where Charles McCormick was living?
Yes, sir. Through Core. It's a website for like public information.
Is it the clerk's public website?
Yes, sir. Well, I had seen that McCormick got pulled over and it showed his address on his license. It showed his car and his license plate. I Googled it. I told Kareem.
After that, did you continue to monitor Charles McCormick's Instagram page?
Yes, sir.
In December of 2019, did Charles McCormick post anything that kind of caught your attention?
Posted a picture because he posted in the same apartment complex.
Did you recognize that location in the photo?
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
Text Kareem, let him know that he posted a picture at his house. Basically, so we can ride through and see what was up.
Ride
They came
through.
and
What
picked
that
me up.
mean?
And we went out there to go see where he posted the picture at. It was me, Kareem, Hakeem, and Scotty.
So Scotty Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
and Kareem Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir. We went to McCormick's apartment complex, basically so we can, get everything in motion, like set something up. We kill McCormick.
When
Dang.
all of you went over there, that
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's the icing on the cake right there. He's cooked, yeah, he's fried. He about to do his little 20. Ksoo cooked. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say too much because we still got so many more parts in the TV series. You know what I'm saying? It's a TV series at this point. This is a TV series right here. It's like Power right here. Bro, doing homework on Power. Bro.
day, did you see Charles McCormick at the complex?
No, sir. They took me back to my apartment.
That's my last time I'm gonna pause it. If you made it this far to the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate you, man.
What was the reason?
And part 2 to the
that
video
all
come
of
soon.
you
But,
wanted
you know what I'm
to
saying? At
kill
the 15-minute
Charles
mark of this video,
Because
part
of the
2.
diss track he
Bro.
made.
Once you found out where Charles McCormick lived in December of 2019, why wasn't he killed right away?
Because he took a vacation. Went to Vegas.
How were you able to find that out?
Through Insta.
Say that again?
Instagram.
At some point, did he come back from Vegas?
Yes, sir. It was on the morning of January 15, 2020.
So the morning he was killed?
Yes, sir. Very early morning.
Who was with you?
Christopher Brown. We went to his apartment complex. Well, we seen McCormick's car back then. We left basically to go fly. We went back to my apartment.
And when you got back to your apartment complex, did Chris Brown stay?
He left because he had to take his baby mama to work. I contacted Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember around what time you called him?
4 o'clock in the morning. When I told him that McCormick was home, he told me that they was on the way to come get me.
Who showed up?
Torgan, Kareem, Scotty, and Ksoo. We went back to McCormick's complex. Well, we rode back through where he stayed at. We backed in next to his car, and Kareem wanted to see like the tag for himself, so he got out and looked at the tag, and got back in. He was like, "That is it." We left. We went to Eastport Apartments to get a stolen car, a Nissan Altima.
Who got into the Nissan Altima?
Dang.
Me, Ksoo, and Scotty.
Dang.
Who was driving the vehicle?
Me.
Did you drive Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker back to Charles McCormick's apartment?
Yes, sir.
What was the intent for the three of you when you were going to that apartment complex?
Kill McCormick.
What kind of firearm did you have?
A Glock 23.
And what about Leroy Whitaker?
He had a rifle.
What about Hakeem Robinson? Say that last part again?
The AR X-Star. Really always had it.
Okay. Do you recall around what time you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker all got back to Charles McCormick's apartment on January 15th?
I know it was like the sun was just not coming up. It was still morning time.
Where did you park the Nissan?
Across from his building. Well, so when he came out, he couldn't see the car.
And was there a plan at that point in time for what was going to happen next?
I'm not going to lie, buddy. I'm going to stop it right here. Part 2 coming soon. There they cook. He just snitched. He's telling him everything. And Ksoo dad didn't get on the stand yet. That video going to come. That's not going to come in the next jump. That's probably going to come part 4 or 5, something like that. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. You made it this far? Thank you, Brody. Part 2 right now. I'm about to make it right now. Like, comment, subscribe. We out this jump.